Hey, this is Chris Miglino. I am here at the world famous LD Micro in Los Angeles with Barry Lowenthal from Inuvo and ticker symbol INUV on the NASDAQ. Good to see you.
Nice to see you too. Thank you.
Inuvo's had some exciting stuff over the years. It's been, Inuvo is perfectly positioned to what's happening in the ad market. All of a sudden they announce Google and everybody says they're going to get rid of all these cookies and they're going to get rid of all of this identification stuff. And you guys for years before were working on getting rid of all of that and going to an intent-based kind of database and using AI before AI was even cool. So now things must be going amazing. So tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Yeah, but first, so we have a large language model that we use to read the open web. And we organize all of that information in what's called a concept graph. And that information is at the core of how we build out our models. We build out models to help clients buy programmatic media more precisely, more effectively. Clients are telling us today, because of things like cookie deprecation, which you mentioned, because of walled gardens, because of privacy regulation, that they are suffering from signal loss. They just don't have full visibility into who their customers are and what they're doing online. And the only way to give them that kind of visibility so that they can find intent is to use an AI. And we give them a new signal. We'll give them contextual signals, and we'll organize them using our concept graph. So you're right, Inuvo is absolutely poised for the problems that our clients are facing today.
So you guys had to go and tell this story a million times to ad buyers, right? And at first they were like, whatever. Now they need it. Now they have to have it.
And now they know why they need it.
Right. So what's the sales process now? What are you guys doing in that arena? Because I would imagine what you've built is amazing, but now it's a matter of just getting the word out to all these ad buyers that are out there.
Yeah. So our customers, our ad buyers, are getting a lot more sophisticated. They're all using ChatGPT. They understand the power of AI. They're beginning to understand how AI is going to change their job and their business. So the conversation is a lot easier for us. We don't have to explain what AI is anymore. We don't have to explain what a neural network is or how a neural network learns. We used to have to do that all the time before we can even dive in and say what our advantages are. So it's really great. They understand that they're suffering from signal loss and that the only way to get around that, to see around the corners, is to use an AI to make sense of what's happening on the open web.
Interesting. So are you seeing we used to sell ads on Facebook, and we had the early contract to sell ads on Facebook on a thing called Causes on Facebook. And when that was happening, the media dollars were flowing in like crazy. And it was just we just couldn't, the business was outrageous. It was just kept coming.
No.
Are you guys feeling that yet? Are you feeling that influx of business into this technology?
So search is an $80 billion business. Social is an $80 billion business. Search is a $100 billion business. Programmatic is a $200 billion business. We play in the $200 billion space. We are seeing a lot more interest in our products by really big clients. Our year over year is up 24%. So we are seeing an influx. I'd love it to be 50%. And I think that will come. Next year is looking really great.
Well, 24% is still pretty good.
24% is still pretty good.
Now, how does it work? The agency comes and says, I want to reach this person. I want to reach this demographic of consumer. And then you guys, what do you do at that point?
So I wish that they were coming to me.
Right.
We still have to spend a lot of time going to them.
So you answer an RFP.
Yes.
Okay, that says they're looking for something.
Yes. And then it's really easy. What we'll do is we'll work with our solutions engineers to build out a model for that client, and we'll demo it right there. We'll show it to them. You come to me and you say, I'm looking for guys wearing navy blue blazers and microphones on their lapel. And we will go out there and we will find people that look like that. And we will be able to build out a model to reach them.
And then they take that. What do you sell them a data segment then that they plug into their DSPs, or do you run the media yourself?
Both.
Okay.
So it depends on which way, it depends on what the agency wants. If they want us to activate the models for them by buying the media, we'll do that. That's called managed services. If they want us to give them the model so that they can go activate it in whatever DSP they want, whether it's the Trade Desk, Stack Adapt, DV360, or any one of a dozen DSPs, we can do that too.
And what are they doing more of? What are you finding they want more of?
So our self-service product launched about 5 or 6 months ago. So I don't have enough information to tell you that they want a lot more self-service.
Okay.
But there's a lot of interest for sure by a lot of really big agencies and clients.
So when they're using the self-service product, are they using the self-service product to buy the media as well, or just to generate the audiences?
No, we're generating the audience for them in the form of that model.
Okay.
So we're telling them, this is the model that you want to reach. Go out there and use this model to buy your media. Use this model as a filter to figure out which media you should be buying.
Right, but your self-service product allows them to create that audience?
No, we give them the instructions to go out there and buy the media. So
Okay, so they're not putting in there the dollar amount they want to buy and all that kind of stuff.
that they are, but they're doing it against our model.
Gaia. So your model is then tying into the Trade Desk somehow. So you have integrations with the big media trading platforms.
So by giving them what's called a deal ID, we have an integration.
Okay, so you give a deal ID to the Trade Desk. The Trade Desk then hits that deal ID, and the deal ID has a specific CPM associated with it, or is it just a audience segment?
It's just an audience.
Okay, Gaia.
Yeah,
and so that, if I remember correctly from having spoken to you guys before, that these audiences that you guys are creating are returning better results.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. They are. And there are several reasons why that is the case. The first is that a lot of buyers within the programmatic space, because they're suffering from signal loss, are all competing against wherever they see the most signals. And because they're doing it that way, they're bidding up the price for media that has visibility, that have cookies.
Right.
We don't need cookies. We don't need any other identifiers. So we let buyers bid on a much bigger inventory source, which means they don't have to pay as much because nobody else is bidding on that.
Right. You can bid lower inventory against that audience.
Exactly.
So you don't have to cut a deal with CNN for premium inventory on their space, but you can reach the same people.
Or if somebody is coming to CNN through Safari, they don't have any visibility into who that customer is.
Right.
We do.
So how do you do that? How do you then identify that individual that doesn't have any cookie identity?
We're not buying the who, we're buying the page.
Right.
So we're buying intent of, we're reading their web page and we're organizing all of the information that's on that web page. And we're telling a buyer that if you see somebody who wants to request that web page, they are a good prospect for you. So I don't need to know who's requesting the web page. I just need to know that the web page is being requested and that it matches my model.
Gaia. And how much more do you guys charge to overlay that data onto the media buy? So let's say they're buying the media on their own. What does it cost? What do they pay to get in a range, obviously?
Yeah, so we are very competitive and we will ensure that the client's acquisition costs are achievable. Let's leave it at that.
Okay. So it's not like a set CPM number. No. Gaia. So you come in as a package, in a sense, or do you still charge on a CPM basis?
So for the way that we build out the models, if we give it to you as a deal ID, we get a piece of the media that you spend against it.
Gaia. Okay.
If it's managed services, then it's baked into the price of the media.
Interesting. Okay. Which is very common.
Yes.
In the business.
Yes.
So in a year from now, where does it go? What's the next thing? Because you guys were at the forefront of this. This is where it's ended up now.
So we're launching a new product in January, which we're really, really excited about. It's going to allow our clients to be even more self-service, where they can build out the models themselves, generate a deal ID, and just copy and paste right to their DSP. I don't know of anybody else that has that sort of functionality, which is really exciting. Now, I think clients are going to be really excited about that. And I think some of the more sophisticated clients are going to want to be like, they're going to jump all over it because they're going to want to be able to build out as many models as they can, regardless of where they are in the purchase funnel. So we have a lot of heart for that. So that's going to be a big product for next year. We're also upgrading our sales team. We're expanding it, and we're hiring really talented individuals that sit at the intersection of programmatic knowledge, hustle, and relationships. And we think that those people are going to sort of like, what's the word? Jumpstart our revenue. So we're really excited about the people that we're bringing in, the team that we're building out, the product that we're going to have to sell next year.
Yeah, I found that in this business, it's like there's all this amazing technology, but yet you still have to go meet people and they have to like you.
The hardest thing is getting a meeting, but once we get a meeting, we get a test.
Right.
Because I think that our buyers realize that we have a really unique product and they're really excited about it. They want to test it. Every client is looking for success.
Right.
And we have a really good story. We just have to get out there in front of people and tell it.
And when they find the things that work,
They keep using it, which is why our retention rate is enormous.
so they're coming back and back. That's great. That's good for you guys.
Thank you.
And so let's talk a little bit about the balance sheet. How's the balance sheet looking? Where are you guys at? You have earnings coming out soon. So let's talk about the first 6 months of this year.
Yeah. So you know what? Year over year, we're up 24%.
So you said, yeah.
Which is fantastic. We know that, we're going to be cash flow positive at about 100 million in revenue.
Okay.
We have a lot of heart for next year.
So, and how does the balance sheet on the cash side look? How much cash do you guys have versus?
Yeah, we have about $2.5 million in cash. We have a $10 million access to credit. We've been growing at 5.5 compounded interest since Q3 2022. So, look, we're still burning cash though. We absolutely are still burning cash. Hopefully that's coming to an end.
No, I think that you guys are well positioned to get, and when it happens in this business, it happens. Facts. It goes all of a sudden one day, it just takes off.
Yeah.
Now, you guys had a piece of your business a long time ago, which was kind of like this search optimization thing. Does that still there? It still exists.
Yeah.
Now, I would imagine this technology really helps that business too.
There's really nice synergies between the two businesses. Absolutely.
Interesting. And still you guys have offices in
Little Rock, where we're headquartered.
Little Rock,
and San Jose, where many of our engineers are. So that's a big engineering office for us. So 2/3 of the company are connected to one of those two offices, and then the third of the company is entirely remote, of which I'm one of them.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, best of luck, Barry. It's Inuvo. If you haven't followed the story, you should definitely check it out. They've been in the ad space for a long time and have built, we're building something that I think is instrumental at this point. And, for the last 4 years was something that they had to explain to people, but now you don't have to explain it anymore. Everybody,
hopefully you all understand it. Yeah.
I mean, we gave a lot of acronyms in this conversation that we have, but what these guys are doing in the technology as it relates to ad tech is very cool. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Thank you.